Welcome back to the IS Companion. Today's lecture is on the cognitive processes involved in remembering. Memory is a fundamental aspect of our cognitive system, allowing us to store and retrieve information. The three primary processes of memory are encoding, storage, and retrieval. These processes work together to enable us to remember information, whether it's a simple fact or a complex experience. 1. Encoding, the first step in memory formation. Encoding is the process of transforming sensory input into a form that can be stored in memory. It involves getting information into our memory system, either automatically or through effortful processing. Types of encoding. Automatic encoding. This occurs without conscious effort. For example, remembering the route to your home after walking it multiple times. Effortful encoding. This requires conscious effort and attention, such as studying for an exam. Bower's types of stimulus encoding. Psychologist Gordon Bower identified four critical types of stimulus encoding, which help in how we store and later retrieve information. 1. Stimulus selection, choosing which sensory information to focus on. 2. Stimulus elaboration, adding details to the information to make it more memorable. 3. Rewriting code, converting the information into a different form or format that's easier to store. 4. Componential description, breaking down the information into its components for better understanding and storage. Factors influencing encoding. 1. Warm-up, preparing the brain for learning can improve encoding. 2. Overlearning, repeated practice of the information ensures it is well encoded. 3. Spacing effect, distributing learning over time, as opposed to cramming, enhances encoding. 4. Personal relevance, information that is personally relevant is more likely to be encoded deeply. 5. Knowledge base, prior knowledge helps in encoding new information by providing a framework. 6. Meaningfulness, information that has meaning or is related to something familiar is easier to encode. 7. Pattern of material, recognizing patterns in the material aids in encoding. 8. Organization, structuring information logically helps in encoding and retrieval. Example, imagine learning a new language. By associating new vocabulary with images, practicing daily, spacing effect, and relating words to your native language, personal relevance, you enhance the encoding process. 2. Storage, holding information in memory. Storage refers to the process of maintaining information in memory over time. It is where encoded information is held until it is needed for retrieval. Types of memory storage. Sensory memory briefly holds sensory information a few seconds before it either decays or is transferred to short-term memory. Short-term memory, STM, holds a limited amount of information for a short duration, around 20 to 30 seconds. Long-term memory, LTM, stores information indefinitely and has an unlimited capacity. It's where information is stored for long-term access. Example, when you remember your childhood home, this information has been stored in your long-term memory, possibly because of the strong emotional connections and frequent retrieval over the years. 3. Retrieval, accessing stored information. Retrieval is the process of getting information out of memory storage and into conscious awareness. It involves recalling or recognizing stored information when it is needed. Factors influencing retrieval. 1. Retrieval cues, stimuli that help trigger the recall of information. For example, the smell of a particular perfume might remind you of a specific person. 2. State-dependent context effect, the context or state in which you learn something can influence how easily it's retrieved. If you learn something while in a particular mood or location, being in the same state can make retrieval easier. 3. Mood-dependent retrieval, similar to state-dependent retrieval, where emotions play a role in how well information is retrieved. 4. Elaborative rehearsal involves connecting new information to existing knowledge, making retrieval easier. 5. Schemas, mental structures that help organize and interpret information. Retrieval is often influenced by how well the information fits into existing schemas. Example: if you're trying to remember where you left your keys, thinking back to what you were doing when you last had them, retrieval cue can help jog your memory. Conclusion: understanding the processes of encoding, storage, and retrieval is essential for grasping how memory works. Encoding transforms sensory input into a form that can be stored, storage maintains this information over time, and retrieval brings it back into conscious awareness when needed. By appreciating these processes, we can better understand the complexities of memory and apply strategies to improve our own memory retention and recall. Thank you. Follow us on YouTube, www.youtube.com/@iscompanion.